Aloha guys, I'm talking simultaneously to YouTube and to my Facebook group. Hi guys, to the Facebook group, I'm the admin, I'm the creator of the Acturian Facebook group, and to my YouTube people, I'm having a Facebook group. It's growing tremendously, and it's called the Acturian, the Acturians. Today I would like to talk about abduction, being being kidnapped by UFOs. A client of mine, hi Borchak, she asked me yesterday, she texted me, it was in the middle of the night, and in Germany it was like daytime, afternoon, and then she said, hey Agatha, I'm having those weird dreams, which I see a spaceship like an UFO, and but I have never seen one. And then I don't remember exactly what she said. Hi Barbara. And then she said, so I see the UFOs every time. And then she said, can't you talk about it? I said, yeah, of course I can talk about it. And then she said she was doing some research about abduction and the story behind it. And then I said, of course, I'll do a video. So I'm gladly talking about abduction and being in a healing chamber, being kidnapped, whatever. So there are different frequencies, different dimensions, and as you know, different beings and UFOs and aliens on this planet, right? And also in other dimensions. And we are human beings with a spiritual body, which we are amazing. Human beings are just amazing because we are those humanoids robots. I always say humanoids robots with a heart and soul and emotions. We are like just the best of all. And we can be energy, and we can be having a body, and we have a heart, we have a soul, and we have the free will, and we can feel and experience love. So whatever happens in this universe, and that's the thing, Church said, oh, there's one God and we have to obey and follow the rules. But truth is, we are the gods, we are the creators, and that makes us so special. Now, if something is done to us, it's only done to us because we gave consciously or unconsciously permission that this, whatever happened, or we live in the situation, the environment, because we agreed to it. There's a saying, what's there inside of us is outside of us. So if you keep watching TV and it's programming you negative, this is what you're going to create around you. If you grew up in a family with a certain programming and mindset and ancestral beliefs, that's what you're going to create because you have forgotten about it, but it's still running in your brain, in your mind, in your ego, if you want to call it. Hi, Dan. But it's actually not the ego who's bad. The ego, the mind, the brain is just protecting us. And even when they say, oh, our brain is partly reptilian, so what? A dragon, we are from the dragon lineage, which is Asi or Mo'o, from far, far away. The creators who created us, and then the church made it bad. It's about, self-knowledge, exactly. The dragons is about self-knowledge, inner wisdom, the heart of gold, to know that whatever you create inside of you creates outside of you. So now, if you meet aliens who maybe kidnap you, that might be the negative vibration, but I know, I'm giving you a story about myself, which was, I always was little and I always could see the black man with the black hat, which is like when you do research on the internet, you will find that a lot, that children see the black shadow people. And I had that too. He was always staying in the corner and I could see him and it really scared me. So what I did is I was sleeping with my parents, but then after a certain age, you want to grow up. You want to have your own bed. You want to have your own room. So I would take the blanket, wrap it around my feet and pull it up to my neck because I was so scared there could be vampires. And yes, there are vampires. They're energy vampires and they're spirits and beings which are in our fairy tales and our myths and stories. But it doesn't mean they're all bad, but they scare us because when we are asleep, that's the only moment when spirits and entities have the ability to get to us because we are asleep. On the daytime, it's easier to protect us, to be aware. And then when you sleep, and that's why I always say to starseeds, empaths, to everyone, if you're a parent of children, put them in a bubble of blue light and say you are protected by the angelic beings, by the star beings, by the light beings, by your personal guide. Very important that you do that before you go to sleep, to have a protection, because we are traveling with our soul, with our spirit, to different astral travel, different realms, different dimension, galaxies, universes. So when there are aliens, coming back to the topic, that when I was small, yeah, I did feel and see all those energies, and I didn't know it's normal or not normal. I just kept it to myself, and my parents can't hear and speak, so I didn't talk with them about it, right? So I had to deal with this by myself. But then one day when I was, I don't remember, was it 14, 15, 16? It was like around that time, 14, 15, 16. I used to have my period. I know this is maybe important for women, not so much for men, but maybe if there's a man out there, maybe you just give me some explanation. That would be awesome. I had my period like really heavily, and I wouldn't have it every 4 weeks. I had it sometimes after 6 weeks or 7 weeks. And many years later down the line, a friend of mine said, very typical for abduction is when you have an alien abduction, you being a woman, that your blood clogs when you have your period, and it won't come regularly because they create, how they call it, when they create you up there in the space shuttle, and then you're being on Earth, like the hybrids. And yes, it does exist. It does exist that we do have hybrids here on Earth. When you look at some people, and in their eyes, they're like little robots. Sometimes I think Trump, he's a hybrid. He's not the real Trump who's in front of us. There's always energies different. Like sometimes he looks really much alive, and then sometimes he looks like a doll who talks. It's really funny. And I have seen this with more people, even on movies, or like, it's very interesting. Just watch it and analyze it, and give me a feedback if you like. So then I woke up one day, and I always knew there's something wrong with my period because it's something off. It's like you can feel it. It's like in your guts, okay? And then I woke up, and I will never forget that because I had this really weird, deep, intense sleep, which people sometimes couldn't wake me up, like my dad or my mom. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Laurie. And then one day I woke up, and I would sweat in the night. I was like going through a lot. And I went into the bathroom. I swear by God, I don't know what happened. I turned around, and I had to really twist myself, and then like look on my butt. I knew there is something, and I was like twisting. Really, it's very difficult to find it. Like if someone would stand behind me, they would see it. But of course, I'm not going with 15 or something asking my mom if she can see something on my butt. So I twisted myself, and I saw funny more, like a tattoo, like a print. It looks like a letter. And then I just knew that I was in a spaceship. I was abducted. Call it whatever you want to call it, okay? So, and then I had this, and from that time onwards, things changed a lot. It was crazy how many things and obstacles and things happened in my life, which made me dig so deep, and also running away from my healing abilities and from my power and from who I am. And then I started developing an eating disorder to press that energy down, because when you create addiction, that's when the energy goes away to something else, and then you don't have an excuse to be in your power, right? So I knew that day that there was a connection with aliens. And then a couple of years later, when I was 19, I had my first boyfriend, and I couldn't sleep. It was like 1 o'clock in the night, 1:30, and I couldn't sleep. And then I always have this urge that I would sit on the road and watch the stars, and I was thinking, hey, I want to go home, and I would just know the constellations. I didn't have a name for it. So then I said, okay, I'm getting up, I need to go for a walk. And I said, do you want to come? And he said, yeah, he will come. And then we went for a walk, and he would talk, and I was looking at the stars, and I'll never forget, it was this amazing, beautiful star, glowing like Venus in Sirius, and then all of a sudden it was lighting up like the sun, and then it didn't fall down like a shooting star. No, it went up like this, and it went off, like it went up, not down. That was my first UFO when I saw. And he was looking down on the road. He didn't see anything. I said, did you see that? And I wasn't scared. I was just, wow, finally I saw them. So first of all, you will find a mall on yourself. That's like very typical. You will have memories, which is like you seeing aliens or whatever, some memories. But they say when they take you to the UFO, like when they abduct you, there are two parts. There's one alien civilization, like the reptiloids. They're good and bad ones, which they wanna know what love is, and humanity has sex and creates a new being. So they think love is connected to sexuality. So they're trying to abduct our sexual, like genital parts, which is, I laughed once. I feel sorry in a way for them, because they're trying to get in touch with love, what we have inside of us, which is not an organ, which is an energy, an amazing vibration. And then we have the second part is when you get into an UFO, it can be a healing chamber. I had once a healing session, and I didn't know which time or which date, and then I was falling asleep, and then I saw them taking me into a chamber, and I was in this beautiful, all white, beautiful room, and they were scanning me and sending lots of healing frequencies. Like you can use, even now when you want to do it, you can use color lights, you can use crystals, right? So when I do healing, I just work with frequency. It's just my intention. Like I work with people overnight, and I think of them, and I say what I want, like them to, like I tell the atoms how to shift and to move, and that's how I work. Like I don't do those major crazy rituals and long hour sessions or whatever. It's my intention sends out frequencies, and that gives informations to my clients, and then their atoms and energy shifts and move. So, oh wow, great, crazy. Dilip saw Wednesday, he saw a UFO. Okay, awesome. So what I want to say is that when you see a UFO, if you had an abduction, it can have different layers, because if you have had an abduction which is connected to your genitals, you might have some trauma because they interfere in your space, but at the same time you're having a soul contract with them, which you should be releasing, but it's not in a bad way, it's like in a good way, because we are helping them, they're helping us, and it helps us when we create those situations to look deeper and to dig deeper and to heal. You know, we are here for certain experiences, otherwise we wouldn't be here on earth. Okay guys, I hope it really did help you. If you have any more questions or you want to talk about it, let me know. If you need any sessions, thank you for booking the sessions. Yeah, so have a great day, good night, or good morning. Aloha. Bye guys.